So imagine that you are made up of more of water, but you consume more of iron. You see that you are going to fall when the breeze blows you. When the natural breeze hits, you are going to fall. So you need to equip yourself with things that are more of natural, things that water understand, life. Connect yourself more with life and all these unnatural things. Now, these unnatural things are things that are coming from maybe a lot more advanced civilizations or spaces, like down in space. It might not really be humanly, or I don't know, or like aliens, but it's there are alien ideologies that came into earth that are not supposed to be of this earth, and that's exactly the toxin that is spoiling everything. If you get this information, well, see from my eyes, you get it. And these toxins, it also affects minds of real earthlings, like people that are the real custodians of the earth, both black and white. It affects the minds of them, and most times they tend to want to push for things that that are unnatural, and they push for it too much to they intoxicate our environment. We are supposed to look for these balances. That like there are thin lines in between a lot of things, and if you are wholeheartedly accepting here or wholeheartedly going here, you might get it wrong. You really, really might get it wrong. There is a balance, and you need to accept duality. If not, you won't even know the balance. There are many people that don't want you to come to this understanding because they benefit off of it. Those are the people that are this that are this or participate of or are encouraging or they benefit of this unnaturality. And of course, they can't stop it because they need livelihood. They need to eat every day. They depend on it. So they defend it with their whole heart. Subconsciously, they defend those unnatural things with their whole heart. But we know it does us more harm than good. And gradually, we are going to rid ourselves off of all these things that temper with nature. Africa is supposed to push for this more than any other side because Africa is like basically the mother of, if a mother of life, as regarding to humans. If you talk about originality, it drives down, it drives back to Africa. Make your research. So we need to do our part. We are the black side, like if you see the yin and the yang. We are like the dark side, there is a white side. So there is not supposed to be only Africans or only blacks. They are supposed to be the two energy, and they are supposed to be intertwined. Like they are supposed to work together to see something beautiful, like the negative and the positive wire that makes light shine. So basically, if the whites are good with um innovating and we are good with utilizing, it's not a bad thing. And there are many things in history, many things that have been made. We don't know. They say all inventors are white, like we've seen, besides Philippe Emeagwali and what. But back then, there are many ideologies that came from black men that were actualized by white men. Now they are supposed to be brought to the TV as these these two men invented this. But then you see that unnatural ideology that might have registered in the mind of the evil or the bad, let's say the other hand, will just maybe quench this side and then come out as though they brought this idea fundamentally from the origin, and this idea is ours. But things are not really supposed to go like that. I don't know why you guys don't like to kumbaya, even when that's the truth. The best truth, let me say, because everything seems to be true to people. That's the best truth. We need to collectively work to see that this happens. And if you don't come to the idea of duality and how things are intertwined and how they're really supposed to be intertwined in harmony, you would honestly be looking, you would be beating around the bush forever. You will be beating around the bush forever. We need to come to this understanding and know that we we owe we yeah, we owe ourselves something, just like we humans generally owe the plants carbon dioxide, and they would I say oh, I don't know if that's a wrong word to use, but like we are supposed to interact with each other. But then in between, there are these elements that are so selfish, and there are also alien ideologies that have dropped down on the surface of this earth that is just trying to spoil everything. Let's name that evil. Let's name all those ideologies evil. Maybe the Bible will allegorically put it as though they are fallen angels. The fallen angels and everything that fall with them, the breeze, the everything that fell with them is intoxicating earth. But many people don't see this problem. It's intoxicating the surface of this earth. There are many things that are good where they are coming from. They are not supposed to be here, but then they are seeking a home where it's not home for them. And most of them have incorporated themselves into human-like shapes, so we don't know the difference. And you can see a black man coming to stand and try to, destroy Africa further, and you think it's a black man. That's no black man. That's an alien mind. You understand? But if we are trying to fall back to originality, honestly, we're going to fall back to this. And to fall back to this, you need to come to the understanding that there are only but two energies. Once you see this, every other thing will you just see through every other thing. There are only two energies, and everything is energy. There is a positive energy and there is a negative energy. Nothing is inherently bad or good, and nobody is like inherently bad or good. Because everybody, even though somebody does bad, trust me, he has a positive reason why he's doing that. So like, let's see things for what they are. If you get me, don't see things like as we do in the ghettos. Don't see things as though it's black and white without seeing that gray. It's black and white and gray, yo. You get me? There is a gray, there is an in between. They say there are two sides of the coin. There is that middle part that holds the coin. The coin, you get it? You understand? You need to see these two sides from that standpoint. If not, you will never ever come to this understanding. There are only but two energies, negative and positive. And trust me, the two are needed, but they are supposed to hit equilibrium. Where it gets distorted is where the white energy is trying to overshadow the black, or where the black is trying to overshadow the white. If it happens like that, there is going to be problem. And most times there are elements that are corrupt in the white energy that wants things to go because they think it's possible like that, but no. And there are negative elements also in the black energy that wants things to just look all black, but it's not going to work. You need to come to understand these energies, and let's keep it at equilibrium. And if you know, man, I don't want to say this again. That might be too typical and start to lead us into, some quantum type explanation that I don't want. But yeah, that's why the black man easily understands things that, and down to black magic and down to whatsoever. And the white man really quickly understands other, brain and innovation, and, like, we are supposed to come together, and the sides that we don't have, trust me, every side that we have that is so unique, the other sides don't have. We are supposed to relate and help them with that side, and also get help on the sides that our body and our being is not meant to really function in. I don't know how to put these things. It's kind of complex sometimes, but I know you will get it gradually. I'll make another video. It's 10 minutes. Let me stop here.